Your dog settles her weight squarely on your ankles the moment you sit down. You probably assume she's just craving cuddles. But here's the part that surprises people: she might actually be auditioning for pack security, not a snuggle session. In this video, you'll see 5 surprising reasons your dog sits on your feet and exactly how to fix each one. And stick around, number 5 will change everything about how you understand her need for closeness. Reason number 1 is all about security. Picture this: you're at your desk, typing away, and your pup inches closer until her rump is glued to your toes. You think she's being affectionate, but animal behaviorists have found that many dogs do this when they feel uncertain. Your feet become her anchor point, the same way a wolf puppy would lean into the lead wolf for reassurance. She's saying, "I'm not sure what's going on over there. Keep me in the loop." Here's why that matters. In our homes, you're both leader and sanctuary. When your dog can't see your face, she seeks contact elsewhere. Your feet are the next best thing. Left unchecked, this nudges her tolerance for separation steadily lower. Before long, she won't just settle on your toes. She'll follow you into every room, tail tucked, hoping for that reassuring touch. So what do? First, create a dedicated safe zone that still feels connected to you. Place her bed or a soft mat right next to your chair or couch. Toss in a worn t-shirt that smells like you. Then teach her a simple place command. Lead her to that spot, say place, and reward her with a treat when she stays for just 5 seconds. Gradually build up to a minute, then 2. Over time, she learns that she can be calm and secure without physically clinging to your feet. Here's the payoff: your dog gains confidence in her own space, and you reclaim your foot real estate. No elbow to the shin, no surprise kneecaps. You'll both relax more deeply, and you'll turn those anxious lean-ins into peaceful downtime on her own cushion. If you recognized your dog in this moment, the guide in the description at thetedbook.store shows you step-by-step how to set up that safe zone, how to introduce place in bite-sized sessions, and how to reward independence so she never feels the need to camp on your feet again. Open the link in the description to build a calmer routine for both of you. Next up, reason number 2 will flip your understanding of that foot-sitting habit on its head. Stay with me, number 2 isn't about security at all. It's about warmth, and it sneaks up on owners every winter. By late December, you notice she inches closer, her hips pressing into your heels as soon as you flop onto the couch. You assume she's craving your body heat, right? But here's the twist: she's not just cold, she's adapting to how we humans trap warmth in shoes, rugs, couches. Dogs sense thermal gradients with their paw pads and fur. When your feet are tucked under a blanket or pressed against the coffee table, they radiate a steady, gentle warmth that feels like a mini heater for her whole spine. Here's why that matters. In the wild, canines huddle to conserve energy overnight. Your living room transforms into a den. She's not manipulating you, she's following an instinct shaped over millennia. Left unaddressed, she'll default to foot-sitting any time the thermostat dips below her comfort zone. You'll end up sneezing through her dog hair as you pile on more blankets, never quite nailing the right balance. Start by giving her a dedicated warm spot that mimics the cozy radiance of your slippers. A low-wattage, vet-approved heated pad under her bed works wonders. Pair it with a lightly insulated dog sweater, one that covers her back without restricting movement. Introduce these items gradually, let her investigate the pad while you hand-feed a few freeze-dried treats. Praise her softly when she settles on it, even for a few seconds. Over several evenings, slowly move her new warm bed a foot away from your chair. She'll learn that this is the trusted warmth source, not your ankles. The result? She relaxes into that new nest, her body temperature regulated, and you reclaim freedom of movement, no more frozen toes or surprise ankle attacks. Stay with me. Reason 3 uncovers how your dog's leash training at home might be secretly inviting that foot-sitting habit in the first place. Why does your dog sit on your feet even when she isn't cold? Because you've turned your ankles into her off-leash command center. Sounds odd, right? Stay with me. When you taught her to heel, you rewarded her for staying glued to your side. Fast forward to the living room, and she's still treating your feet like training cones on a course. Animal behaviorists have found that dogs generalize rules more than we realize. If sitting at your feet once meant a treat and praise, she assumes that's the default behavior, every time. Here's the part that surprises people: it isn't guilt-tripping or jealousy. It's your training history. Every reward, every click, reinforced that spot right by your toes. Add in her pack instinct, wolves huddle close to their leader's paws for guidance, and you've got a recipe for permanent foot-sitting. Peel back another layer. Dogs navigate spatially. They memorize landmarks to figure out where they are. In your home, your feet are the biggest, most reliable landmarks. Sniff M, sit by M, feel anchored. She's literally orienting herself to you, learning, my human goes here, even if there's nothing left in your hand. Emotionally, this stems from her desire to please. Think about it, every time she flops down by your ankles, you look down, coo, maybe give a pat. That's affirmation. And it fires the same reward pathways in her brain that gave you those happy vibes during heel training. It's dopamine on 4 legs. Here's what to do instead. First, introduce a station, mat or bed away from your chair. Don't just drop it in front of your feet, place it by the wall, a safe distance. Teach her, mat, like you did, heel, lure her onto it, click or mark that moment, and reward. Then gradually increase the time she stays there. Short sessions, high rates of praise. Give a handful of soft treats while she settles. Soon, she'll prefer that cozy square over cold rubber soles. Next, break the anchor link. When she drifts in for a feet sit, calmly cue, off, or away, and guide her back to the mat. No scolding, just neutral redirection. Then reward the distance. Consistency is key. In a week or 2, she'll swap your ankles for her mat without hesitation. Practical takeaway: you rewired her habit through positive reinforcement. Now you can rewire it back. And no more surprise ankle squishes when you stretch your legs under the coffee table. If you recognized your dog in this, the guide in the description shows you step by step how to reset proximity rules and teach her to settle on command. Open it now to build firm boundaries without cold feet, literally. Next up, reason 4 reveals how your dog's way of coping with stress might be turning your toes into her stress ball. You won't want to miss it. Once she's reliably choosing that mat over your ankles, it's time to fade out the food lure. Start by delaying the treat until a full minute of calm. Then stretch it to 2, 3, even 5 minutes. Each time she earns praise and petting instead of a kibble clicker. That slow taper teaches her that staying off your feet is its own reward, your relaxed attention. Meanwhile, vary the mat's position. Dogs hate boredom. Move it from the living room to the hallway, or even outside on a porch. Reinforce the mat cue in new contexts, so she learns that her safe station follows rules, not location. Before long, she won't be tied to your nearest shoe, she'll settle wherever you ask. If she sneaks back to your ankles, resist the urge to scold. Scolding creates stress and can actually drive her back in for comfort. Instead, use a calm voice to guide her back, then reward that shift. You're reshaping her spatial map, replacing one landmark, your feet, with a more flexible one, her mat. Mastering this retraining doesn't just cure the foot-sitting habit. It gives you a blueprint for any unwanted clingy behavior. Up next, we'll discover how stress and uncertainty sneak in through subtle cues, and why your dog might be seeking your feet as a security blanket. Stay with me. Why does your dog park herself on your feet the moment the doorbell chimes? It isn't just clinginess. She's hunting for calm. Dogs crave a secure anchor when the world jitterbugs around them. That small piece of you, your feet, becomes her safety zone. Animal behaviorists note that dogs evolved to huddle close to pack members when alarm strikes. In your home, you're her pack leader, her rock. When a thunderstorm rattles the windows or someone new steps inside, she sidles to your ankles. She's reading your heartbeat, your pheromones, and she melts into that familiar silhouette. It feels like security. You might spot other stress signals alongside the foot sit, her tail tucks, brief yawns, lip licking. Or maybe she freezes for a moment before sinking down. Those are her whispers of worry. She isn't manipulative, she's downright anxious. Your feet are her lifeline. Here's the part people miss: simply scooting away can send her panic into overdrive. Instead, create a predictable anchor zone she can claim without crowding you. Try setting up a little blanket or dog bed near your chair each time a known trigger pops up, like storms or visitors. Introduce it calmly before the stress hits. Toss a chew toy there. Let her sniff and explore it in neutral moments so it becomes her spot. When the next truck backfires, guide her with a gentle hand to that space. Use a soft cue: nest. No treats at first, just your steady tone and her favorite toy. Over time, her brain rewires: foot-sitting equals slipping away to comfort, not a panic hitchhike on your legs. Give that a try this week. Watch how she chooses the blanket over your toes. You'll see her shoulders relax. And if you recognized your dog in this scenario, always shuffling in when she's stressed, open the guide in the description. It'll walk you through decoding every stress ripple she shows and building a calm, confident routine step by step. Now, why else might she make your feet her throne? Temperature control. Believe it or not, your feet help regulate her climate. On a scorching afternoon, your paws on tile feel like a personal cooling station. Blood vessels in your skin radiate a chill that sinks into her belly when she curls against you. In winter, the opposite happens. Your body heat seeps into the floor, and she grooms that cozy patch of warmth. Dogs lack your hand-craned jackets and slippers. They find comfort where they can. Leaning into you offers both a cool and warm option depending on the season. It's instinctive. Wild canids press against shaded earth or rock to temper their body heat. In your living room, you're her human thermal rock. To help, give her her own temperature zones. A ceramic cooling tile or a raised mesh bed on hot days lets her hop off your feet without losing that refreshing breeze. When it's cold, toss her a heated pad or a snug sweater. Let her discover those spots just like she did with your ankles. Mark them with a soothing scent, maybe a drop of lavender oil on a cloth, so she knows it's her designated comfort zone. That simple shift teaches her to manage her own body without clinging. You'll still see her stretch toward you, but only when she truly craves your company, not just a climate fix. Coming up next, there's a reason even well-trained dogs will plop onto your toes when you've just cleaned the floor. It's not what you think. Stick around and I'll explain why your spotless home might be silently inviting foot-sitting, and what you can do to end it for good. Why does your dog plop onto your toes the moment you've just scrubbed that hardwood spotless? Here's the part that surprises people. It isn't about dominance. It isn't stubbornness. It's about your puppy's nose going into crisis mode. You might think she's staking her claim. But animal behaviorists have found that what really goes missing is her scent map. Dogs navigate their world with smell, not sight. When you erase everything with bleach or vinegar, you vaporize the invisible landmarks she counts on. Suddenly, the room feels like a foreign land. Her pulse ticks up as cortisol surges, because a blank floor equals an uncharted territory. She presses into your feet like a homing beacon. Your toes become her anchor, warm, familiar, infused with your shared adventures. Right under your heel, she rediscovers home. So here's what to do. Before you mop, grab one of her favorite toys or a towel she's snoozed on. Lay it out in the middle of the newly cleaned patch. Let her nose rediscover that scent first. As she circles and whiffs, she rebuilds her mental map one sniff at a time. Swap strong-smelling cleaners for gentle, dog-friendly products. Citrus and ammonia scents scramble a dog's nose more than you'd guess. Stick to unscented or lightly herbal formulas. Then reward her for sniffing around her scent station. A quick treat, or even a scratch behind the ears, tells her this is her ground to mark again. Within days, she'll head straight for that towel or toy instead of your feet. She'll feel secure in that freshly cleaned space. And you'll keep your toes totally toe-free. If you recognize your dog in this behavior, the guide in the description shows you step by step how to create scent marking zones she'll choose instead of your feet. Open the guide in the description. Next up, reason number 5 has nothing to do with floor scents or temperature. It goes deeper into pack instincts you didn't even know existed. Stay with me. Think of your dog's nose like an old-fashioned mapmaker's compass, constantly tracing invisible highways of scent. When every speck of that floor plaque is scrubbed away, it's like ripping up her street grid overnight. She doesn't just lose your old coffee spot or last week's muddy paw prints, she loses clues to where you've been, what you've handled, even how long ago you crossed the room. That's why she parachutes herself onto your feet. You're her living GPS, broadcasting a 24/7 aroma beacon. Now layer in this detail: in wild settings, canids don't only sniff for prey, they sniff for each other's footprints. A fresh trail means friend or family, and a stale floor smells like a ghost town. She has the same urge in your home, especially after a deep clean. She's confirming, okay, this is still us. This is still home. If you've ever wondered why she circles your feet before settling, that's her scanning every inch of your scent, recharting the room bit by bit. Here's a test: next time after mopping, scatter a few dry kibble pieces in a simple zigzag from the entrance to your couch. Watch how she darts and pokes, rebuilding that odor trail. That mini scavenger hunt reinforces her scent map faster than random sniffing. After a day or two, those breadcrumbs vanish and she won't need to cling to your ankles to feel secure. You can also create microscent anchors. Take cotton balls rubbed on your inner sleeves or even a used sock, stash them under a clean rug corner. Rotate them every couple of days. It mimics the way wolves refresh territory markers, without adding extra pee pads. It gives her fixed points to lock onto, so she's free to lounge wherever she wants, no clinging necessary. Remember, this isn't about coddling or giving in. It's about honoring a dog's primary sense and giving her the self-reliance she craves. She'll still nuzzle for belly rubs or curl at your side, but you'll notice far fewer sudden doggy airbags aimed at your toes. Next up, there's one more reason your dog sits on your feet that ties back to centuries-old pack rituals, and it might just blow your mind. Next up, there's one more reason your dog sits on your feet that ties back to centuries-old pack rituals, and it might just blow your mind. Late afternoon couch time. You lean back, phone in hand. She eases to the floor, then inches forward until your sneaker becomes her headrest. You think she's just hogging your warmth. Here's the part that surprises people. It's not about heat at all. It's an echo of the ancient wolf lean. In wild packs, wolves press into each other to signal trust and unity. That contact sparks oxytocin, nature's bonding glue, in both animals. Stay with me. Researchers in animal behavior have found that this physical checkpoint keeps pack members aligned. Your dog is checking in, making sure you're still part of her pack. When she plants her rump or her paw on your foot, she's saying, "I've got your back, you've got mine." It's a silent ritual that dates back thousands of years. So how do you honor that instinct without becoming a human dog bed? First, create a dedicated pack spot. Pick a low-profile mat or thin cushion, nothing plush enough to swallow her. Before you introduce it, rub it gently against your socks or calves. Leave it beside your usual couch perch for a day so it absorbs your scent. Next, teach a simple place cue. Step 1. Hold a tasty treat just above the mat's edge and lure her forward. The instant her paws touch it, say place in a calm, upbeat tone. Let her nibble the treat right there. Step 2. After 2 seconds, softly scoop her off with an all done release. Repeat this sequence in short, 5-minute bursts, twice a day. Slowly extend the hold from 2 seconds to 5, then 10, then 20. Use it during your coffee break, when you answer the door, even while you scroll your phone. Keep each session under 30 seconds of actual standing on the mat time so she feels successful. Here's why that works: she's still recreating that pack checkpoint, but on her own turf. You reinforce the ritual with praise, a gentle under-chin scratch, a quiet, good girl, maybe a quick ear rub. Over days, she learns that the mat equals your scent, your attention, and her safe spot. She's trading your toes for a permanent post that still feels like home base. One more layer: add a scent collar tag. Slip a tiny cloth pouch storing a bit of your worn t-shirt inside her collar. Now she carries your human essence wherever she roams. You'll notice footsits drop off, replaced by calm lounge sessions on the mat or at your feet, without the actual foot. If you recognized her ancient pack signal in this and want step-by-step guidance teaching her every cue and reward routine to free your toes while honoring her instincts, open the guide in the description. It walks you through 20 proven pack ritual replacements and scent anchor strategies so she feels secure in her own space. That rough tongue you brush off during morning licks. Those eager shoulder presses when you stretch. They're the oldest language between our two species. Hundreds of centuries of silent communication distilled into a single paw on your foot. You've now seen 5 surprising reasons behind the footsit. You can map scent trails. You can build micro-anchors. You can reframe ancient pack rituals. Next time she squeezes her shoulder into your ankle, you'll know exactly what she's saying, and how to give her exactly what she needs. If you've been hoping for a clear roadmap to end clingy footsits and guide her toward calm confidence on her own mat, the complete decoding is waiting for you at thedigbook.store. It solves the guesswork around clingy behaviors and delivers step-by-step routines tailored to your dog. Open the link in the description and pinned comment. The key to reading her secret pack language is just a click away.